In that case, this is another reason why you would want to abort the pregnancy. But you wish you didn't. The fetus has grown to the extent that terminating it would cause excruciating pain for the three of you. The doctor explained, his words piercing through Sophia like shards of glass. He wanted to ensure she fully comprehended the consequences. The termination would require a surgical procedure, which carries its own risks and complications. You'd be putting your own life at risk, Sophia. If I may ask again, how old are you? He inquired, still jotting notes in his file. Sophia nodded, her eyes brimming with tears as she gazed away from the doctor's piercing stare. I'm 20, doctor, she whispered, her voice trembling like a leaf in a hurricane. The doctor's expression shifted from sympathetic to shocked, his eyes widening in disbelief. What? You're just 20? You're barely an adult yourself. How did you get pregnant? How did it happen? He demanded, his voice booming through the small room like a thunderclap. Sophia flinched, feeling like she had been punched in the gut. She had never intended to get pregnant, and now she was faced with a decision that would haunt her for the rest of her life. The doctor's outburst made her feel like a child, a naive little girl who had made a grave mistake. Realizing he had shouted at his patient, the doctor took a deep breath to calm down, his face softening slightly. I'm sorry, Sophia. I didn't mean to interfere with your personal problems. I didn't mean to scare you. But please, for the love of God, take your time to think about the decision before you make any move. Sophia thanked him, her voice barely audible over the sound of her own heartbeat. You're welcome. Please feel free to contact me or reach out if you experience any crisis, he said as he offered his business card, his eyes filled with deep concern that made Sophia feel like she was drowning in her own despair. Thank you, doctor. We'll keep in touch with you, Emily said as she bade the doctor goodbye, her voice a calm oasis in the midst of Sophia's stormy emotions. As the doctor left, Emily turned to Sophia, standing up to sit beside her on the bed. What are we going to do? She asked, her voice a gentle breeze on a summer day. Sophia shook her head, feeling like she was trapped in a never-ending nightmare. Do you think I have any idea? I'm confused as hell. I've never been pregnant before. To make matters worse, they're twins. Like two babies, she wailed, her voice shattering into a million pieces as she broke down into tears. Emily held her close, her arms a warm embrace that enveloped Sophia like a shield. I'm exhausted, Emily. I want to die. This is too much for me to bear. My father didn't want his daughters to turn out like this, wherever he is. Sophia sobbed, her body shaking like a leaf in a hurricane. Shh, that's enough. I'm here. We'll figure something out, I promise, Emily whispered, her voice a gentle melody that soothed Sophia's shattered soul. Before leaving the hospital, they took a test to check if Sophia had contracted any diseases through unprotected contact. Thankfully, it came out negative, a small mercy in the midst of this chaos. When they were done, they hailed a taxi and went home to inform Emily's mother, the weight of their decision hanging over them like a dark cloud. As they hailed a taxi, Sophia felt a sense of dread wash over her like a cold shroud. She knew that Emily's mother would be worried sick about her, and Sophia couldn't bear the thought of telling her about the pregnancy. The taxi driver, a kind-eyed old man with a gentle smile, asked them where they were headed. Emily gave him the address, and they settled in for the ride. Sophia gazed out the window, the raindrops falling like tears from the sky. She felt like she was drowning, suffocating under the weight of her own fear and uncertainty. She thought about the doctor's words, the weight of her decision hanging over her like a dark cloud. Emily reached out and took Sophia's hand, her grip warm and reassuring. "Hey, it's going to be okay," she said softly. "We'll figure something out. We'll face it together." Sophia nodded, feeling a small sense of comfort. She knew she couldn't have made it through this without Emily by her side. As they drove, the taxi driver asked them about their day. Emily chatted with him, trying to distract Sophia from her worries. But Sophia's mind was elsewhere, stuck on the doctor's words and the weight of her decision. After a few minutes, the taxi driver turned down Emily's street. Sophia's heart began to race as they pulled up to the house. She felt like she was walking into a nightmare, one that she couldn't wake up from. "Thanks, sir," Emily said, handing him a few bills. Sophia opened the door and stepped out, feeling like she was stepping into a new reality, one that she wasn't sure she was ready for. As they arrived at Emily's house, Sophia felt a sense of dread wash over her like a cold shroud. She knew that Emily's mother would be worried sick about her, and Sophia couldn't bear the thought of telling her about the pregnancy. "Emily, I can't do this," Sophia said, her voice trembling like a leaf in a hurricane. "I can't tell your mum about this." Emily took Sophia's hand in hers, her grip warm and reassuring. "She knows about how it happened, okay? She won't judge you. And remember, Sophia, you're not alone in this. We'll face it together, okay? We'll figure something out. We'll tell her together, and we'll support each other no matter what." Sophia nodded, feeling a sense of gratitude towards Emily wash over her like a wave. She knew that she couldn't have made it through this without her best friend by her side, holding her hand and offering a shoulder to cry on. As they entered the house, Emily's mother greeted them with a worried expression, her brow furrowed and her eyes narrowed. "Girls, what's going on?" "Sophia, you look pale. What did the doctor say?" Sophia took a deep breath and let it out slowly, her heart pounding in her chest like a drum. "The results state I'm pregnant," she said, her voice barely above a whisper, the words feeling like a betrayal as they left her lips. "Oh, my poor baby," Emily's mother said, her voice filled with compassion and concern. She called Sophia over to sit next to her and enveloped her in a warm hug. "How are you feeling, sweetie?" she asked, her voice soft and gentle. Sophia broke down in tears, her body shaking with sobs. "I don't know," she wailed. "I don't know what to do or where to start from. I feel so lost and alone." Emily's mother held her close, stroking her hair and whispering words of comfort in her ear. "It's okay, baby. We're here for you. We'll get through this together." "You're not alone," Sophia sobbed uncontrollably, feeling a sense of relief wash over her at finally being able to share this shocking news. "I don't know what to do," Sophia repeated, her voice barely above a whisper. "I don't know where to start. I feel so lost and alone." Emily's mother pulled back and looked Sophia in the eye, her expression filled with determination and support. "You're not alone, Sophia. We're here for you. We'll figure out a way to get through this together. And as for the father of the child, well, we don't know him. Your child is just going to grow up without a father, which is totally fine because he has us." Sophia let out a nervous chuckle, sniffing and wiping her nose with a crumpled tissue. "Well, it's not just one. It's two," she exclaimed. Emily's mother's face lit up with surprise, her eyes widening in disbelief. "Oh my God, Twins! She shouted, her voice full of excitement and joy. That's just amazing. That's utterly, completely, and totally amazing. She jumped up from the couch, her arms open wide, and enveloped Sophia in a warm, comforting hug. As they hugged, Sophia felt a wave of relief wash over her. She had been so worried about Emily's mother's reaction, but now she saw that she was genuinely happy and supportive. Emily's mother pulled back and looked Sophia in the eye, her expression filled with determination and support. You're not alone, Sophia. We're here for you. We'll figure out a way to get through this together. And as for the father, well, we don't know him. Your child is just going to grow up without a father, which is totally fine because he has us. Sophia nodded, feeling a sense of gratitude towards Emily's mother. She knew that she couldn't have made it through this without her support and love. Emily's mother continued, "We'll help you with everything, from doctor's appointments to baby showers. We'll be here for you every step of the way." As they hugged again, Sophia felt a sense of hope and gratitude. She knew that she had made the right decision in telling Emily's mother, and she was excited to start this new chapter in her life with the support of her friends and family.